Harumph. There we go. Oh. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully this is all working properly. If it's not, then whatever, screw me. Uh... Let me... drop an announcement. There we go. All right. There we go. Let's do some quick config here. That's upsetting. Okay. Well, that was a completely blank page. All right. Awesome. What we'll do instead then is try that again. Hey, look, we got it. That was upsetting. Voice. So what we're going to do is that while I'm playing it today, we will turn these off. And then I will turn them back on when I'm playing on my own time. Hello, hi. I'm just going to begin now. This game just came out today, and I've been looking forward to it for a little bit. This year has been rife with some pretty incredible VN releases, so I wanted to at least get my first initial couple hours with this game on recording for y'all before I inevitably go off and binge the rest of it on my own time. Let's go ahead and play Iwakura Aria. No relation to any other Iwakuras you might know of. I remember the summer of 1966. I had nothing and understood nothing about the real world. I was 16 years old that summer, and 33 years have passed since then. Okay, so that means this is what, now 99, turn of the millennium? And our character is now, what, 49? Okay, so telling this story in retrospect. So no matter what else happens, Ishiko is going to survive this, okay. That was the year a dream I never could have imagined became my reality. The voice that changed my fate was so gentle. I raised my head, my eyes squinting from the piercing sunlight. It was so bright, even to this day it still feels so. Why is there a phone ringing? This is 1966. We don't have cell phones. Apparently we do have cell phones. What the fuck do I know? Hello? Hey, where are you? Oh, intro sequence. This game looked so very pretty that I really had to give it a shot. And also, like, what? Murder mystery in an old mansion? We don't know it's a murder mystery, but it's a mystery of some kind. There's a lot of blood for something that is allegedly not a murder mystery. She even looks like Lane with the brush right there. That was just a joke, but hey, what do I know? The one thing I love this game's art style, except for one thing. Holy crap, the eyes are so large for these otherwise realistic character designs. It very much gives them a look of like almost like they're dolls, you know? Maybe that's part of the point. What do I know? All right, yes, my body is ready. Let's do this. Chapter 1, a beautiful painting. So if I recall correctly from the description, God, why is the intro movie so soft and the rest of the sound design so freaking loud? So from my understanding, we are the maid at the Iwakura household now. That is the character we are playing as. I had a feeling the sunflowers wouldn't bloom this year. Surely the morning glories wouldn't bloom either. A sculpture of an angel. And she's sleeping. I'm sure that's because it feels so out of place here. Is that the sculpture on the fountain in the background there? Is that one we're meant to be? Even if you plant seeds here, it's not likely they will even sprout. Just walking from the front gate to the main entrance is incredible enough. And then to top it off, there's even a fountain on the grounds. The government declared a few years after I was born that we as a nation were no longer in the post-war period. But this residence feels like the only place around that isn't Japan. So this is like 1960s. That is in wake of World War II is what they're... I didn't even know it was possible to be this incredibly wealthy. I don't know. Given the number of murder games that take place in like incredibly rich yet reclusive families that live in mansions somewhere in post-war Japan, you'd think there were a dime a dozen. I guess you can't imagine the likes of something you have never seen before. The grounds are so vast. From here, the gatekeeper looks so small. It has been exactly 1 week since I stepped foot into this completely new world, where even the air I breathe feels different from any other place I have lived until now. It all began when I met the head of the household, a man named Amane Iwakura. I really don't want to go to job interviews. At the beginning of the month, I quit the construction company I'd been working at since I graduated from junior high. It's only been about a year since I started there. I even told myself I wouldn't run away no matter what happened. Both my boss and his business partners were much older than me, yet I had to deal with their advances every single day. Ugh. The feeling of that huge, moist hand grabbing my thigh on my last day there, it still clings to my skin. It just won't go away. The comic panel art style here reminds me of a lot of another game Mages put out recently. It was the style used in Anonymous Code, which was a wholly unremarkable game, but did definitely have some interesting art direction going for it. The hell's your problem standing over there sighing like that? I'm the one who should be sighing around here. None of this stuff is selling. I told you it's because you're selling nothing but junk. No one's going to buy this stuff. Oh, that's the staff. Oh, okay. So these aren't. Oh, okay. Got it. I was very confused for a moment, like what the heck had just happened. But no. This is the staff at her new place. What's the hell your problem standing over there sighing like that? I'm the one who should be sighing around here. None of this stuff is selling. Told you it's because you're selling nothing but junk. No one's gonna buy this stuff. It ain't their job to buy it. It's our job to sell it. Don't you get it? We have to do shit like this just because you just had to come back. This is Kitagawa Orphanage. It's the place where I spent the majority of my childhood while I was being moved around to different foster parents and institutions. I spent the last year here before I was eligible for employment somewhere. And like every good mystery, like every good historical mystery, main character is an orphan, which means conveniently we'll have a relationship tie-in at about the 70% point where everything gets revealed. We're hosting a bazaar that day to raise money to help with the orphanage's operating costs. Tableware with ugly patterns, towels with their colors faded, and the crown jewel of the lot was a doll with a creepy face. It was all so ridiculous. Everything was lined up in front of me, and all of them were items that seemed like they were particularly unlikely to sell. I wish I had never painted something like this. It was a watercolor painting I made of a bird. I've almost never been praised for it, but I've loved creating works of art ever since I was little. Usually I just doodle something in my sketchbook, but since I came back to the orphanage, I've been doing some paintings while I spend time with the younger kids. It was only in those moments I could just forget about everything and enjoy myself. However, much to my dismay, this caught the attention of one of the staff, and since they thought it would help liven things up, they ended up selling my art at the bazaar. Maybe I should just quit painting. I was just doing it for myself as a way to relax, but when they decided to put my art up for sale, it felt like both my art and the feelings I put into it were as worthless as the rest of the junk they were selling it with. Yeah, because I can't tell from her description if it's like everything that they're trying to sell to raise money is equally kind of like... I mean, they're selling stuff at an orphanage. You're not exactly buying... What you're purchasing isn't necessarily the product. There, you're purchasing, like, the knowledge that, oh, I'm giving money to an orphanage, right? The slightly faded hand towel you get is just kind of icing on the cake, I guess. It's the medium through which you are allowed to give them that money, I suppose. I wouldn't exactly call this a lively event. Ugh, everything is truly awful. The weight of the stress made my head hang low. Hey, how much is this painting? Huh? The use of color here is really good. I think my daughter will like it. Oh, my apologies. Is this one here not for sale? Oh, well, it is for sale. I really wish they would attribute these lines. Like, I get it. I get the feeling they're going for, and you can see who's talking here in the... Right? You're meant to be playing with the audio on, and I'm obviously not because I'm playing it live right now, but I really wish... It's weird for a game to come out in 2025 and not attribute its lines. It's for sale. Oh? Would you by chance be the one who made this? Is this Amane? Is this the head of the household? He kind of has that look to him. I felt so awkward as my face grew hot, but I managed to softly nod in response. And that's when I saw him, Mr. Amane Iwakura, with a wonderful smile on his face that began admiring my artwork with this incredibly sincere sense of earnesty. Oh my god, my heart is absolutely pounding. I've never had someone praise my art like that before. All of that sadness I was feeling just a minute ago had completely vanished. Oh, that's Steph. You're with a customer? I'm sorry, sir. Please excuse us for a moment. What's the matter? Ichiko, you're just about done here, aren't you? Go back on inside. Oh, I'm fine. I still have 10 minutes left in my shift. I think your sorry unemployed ass is anything but fine. Director put in a request with the board. They went out of their way to make time for you this Sunday. Better dress nicely and have your hair done up. Don't you dare do anything to embarrass them. You got it? God damn it, I hate this so much. You're the one embarrassing yourself around here. Well, you better be listening. I know, I hear you. I'm so sorry, sir. I have to go. Please, wait just a moment. If you're looking for work, you should come work for me. I have actually been looking to hire a live-in housemaid. If you are at all interested, I would like to speak with you about it. Okay. What? Me? I, too, like to hire live-in housemaids based on how well they paint. I mean, he's rich and maybe a little, he's rich and can do whatever he wants with his money, but also I just naturally assumed if you're hiring staff to do something that that the skills you're looking for are more in line with what you'll be expecting them to do. A live-in housemaid? I'm sorry, but there's no way you... Oh, yes, I almost forgot about the pain in there. I don't have much money on me at the moment, but would 2,000 yen suffice? With those words, Amane gracefully slid 2 bills into a can that only had some loose change rattling around inside. That was the first time I've ever seen paper glisten like that. Also, what exactly was he doing? Just walking the stalls on an orphanage, rummage sale. Looks like I still have 15 minutes to spare. Since I'm here, I might as well. Oh, yes. This did seem very interesting, the way that we keep track of our notes and stuff. I pulled the new sketchbook I just bought yesterday out of my bag. I can definitely kill some time with this. What should I draw? I guess I'll draw that angel. Suddenly, beautiful emerald wings fluttered right past my face. They playfully danced around the fountain, then gently landed on the shoulder of the sleeping angel as if they were taking a rest. How beautiful. Okay, I got it. Oh, that's what it looks like. The angle we were seeing it at in the background definitely does not show that. Okay. This should be good. I really thought about giving up on my art, but Amane's words were powerful enough to get me to go buy a new sketchbook. He offered me food, clothing, and shelter with a more than adequate salary. He even said that I was free to pursue my hobbies as long as I did my work. And then he told me that I really need to create more art. I see. What was he doing there in the first place that day? That's the part that... Is that just coincidence, or... Or did he go in looking to hire a live-in housemaid specifically from the orphanage, and then happened to find one who did art? Those words made me so happy. The staff member said that I shouldn't take him seriously, but I ended up buying not only a new sketchbook, but some extra new pencils as well. How cute. It was a first page worth commemorating. For some reason, looking at this piece makes me feel like everything will be okay. It's going to be a lot of work to fill the sketchbook up, but I really hope I can fill it with lots of beautiful art while I'm here. Great, looks like I'm right on time. I put the sketchbook back in my bag, then began walking towards the entrance. Oh, I can see it now. We're looking at it from behind, not side on. Okay. Is that a crow? Where is it? Might be in the garden, but it's so vast I have no hope of spotting it. Oh, someone's standing there. He's so big. I wonder if he's a security guard. He followed me from the gate all the way to the entrance, so, hello? Ah, why is he watching me so intently? Did I do something wrong? Pleased to meet you, sir. I'm Ichigo Kitagawa. I just started working here today. Yikes. He's completely ignoring me. Maybe he's not allowed to talk to people or something like that. I feel like I remember someone telling me that that's the case at a castle in England. I managed to convince myself that I was correct and awkwardly forced myself to walk past this man who would no longer look me in the eye. Huh, that car. Next to the entrance, a jet black luxury car was parked in the driveway. The car that Amane got into when I saw him off that first day I met him. Nothing about any of this was a dream. Suddenly, the reality of the situation hit me all at once, and I was now very tense. This is absolutely not the time to start feeling nervous. That's when I looked down at my watch and saw that it was now exactly the time I was supposed to be here. Whew. Sorry. I'm really sorry. And then I ring the doorbell. I can hear a voice calling out from inside. And that was when, as if someone was standing by waiting for me, the doorknob quickly made a clanking sound as it began to turn. Hello. Welcome. Please, come in. Well, I mean, I don't know what I was worried about. There doesn't seem to be any mystery at all. We're just starting our new job here. Perfect. What could be going wrong? The ceiling is so high. Oh. It's quite hot out there, isn't it? I was surprised to hear the temperature would go above 30 degrees today. What is that in stupid American units? Oh, that's 86. Balmy. Just wait until global warming, my man. Even though it's the last Sunday in June, I still felt like the summer was still a little ways off. Jeez, just the entrance hall of this place alone is bigger than a normal person's entire house. Ichigo, don't just stand there. Please come on in. Yes, of course, but, my shoes. You don't have to take them off. We have many guests here from overseas, so we do things in a very Western style in our house. I get what they mean, but also, I don't know. I take off my shoes when I visit someone's place. That's... Oh, I see. Well, in that case... Filled with hesitation, I nervously took my first step inside. I just needed to take another step, and then another. Wow. Even the sound of my footsteps in my cheap shoes echoes with an enchanting elegance. This is too much. It feels like I'm at a fancy ball or something. It reminds me of that famous, what's it called? Rokumeikon? Rokumeikon? Huh? Hold on, I'm looking that up. According to Wikipedia, the Rokumeikon was a large two-story building in Tokyo completed in 1883, which became a controversial symbol of westernization in the Meiji period. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Commissioned for the housing of foreign guests by the foreign minister Inoue Karu, designed by British architect Josiah Conder. prominent Western advisor looking in Japan. Apparently it was famous for its parties and balls, which introduced many high-ranking Japanese to Western manners for the first time, and is still a fixture in the cultural memory of Japan. Well, there you go! I appreciate context. Well, you have such an incredible entrance hall, and it just kind of reminded me of the Rokumeikon building. Not that I've ever seen it in person or anything, but I just imagined that, I see. You truly are an artist. You have an incredibly good sense for that sort of thing. This residence was designed by a British architect during the Taisho era. May not have the splendor of that Rokumeikon has, but it's still just as extravagant. It's reflected in everything from the design to the materials used. Here, take this wainscoting, for example. You can see all the designer's fine attention to detail. Same can be said for the mantle above the fireplace. What the fuck is a wainscoting? I'm learning so many fucking words today. Wooden paneling that lines the lower part of the walls of a room. Oh, is that what that is? I see. I didn't know there was a name for it beyond wood paneling, but apparently here we are. Okay. You'll be working here after all. It would be good for you to take some time to get more familiar with the fine details of the residence. Wow, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Then I'm sure the other rooms won't disappoint, but, you must be tired. I apologize for making you stand around like this. Allow me to show you to your room. Be sure to rest for a bit, and then we can talk about work. Can't believe that my room is inside of the residence itself. Figured I'd be staying in a separate building or something. Amane led the way, with the sound of my footsteps following directly behind him. The floor creaked softly. I could faintly hear the sound of clothes rustling. It's so quiet. It's a little too quiet. Where are the other service folks? Oh, we have some that come and go, but you'll be the only one who lives here. What? Oh, please don't worry. I have no intention of burdening you with all of the housework. Your room is on the second floor. Please watch your step. Okay, so, I mean, it was kind of implied beforehand, but this guy definitely has some ulterior motives here, right? Like, you see, like, what is substitute daughter figure? Just wants to be a patron of the arts and give this person space to paint on their off time? What's your angle, buddy? Tell me what your angle is. No way. I didn't think for a second I would be the only one. I wonder if things will be okay for me here. I mean, also she's younger, so more impressionable, so if he does have other shady things going on, it'll be easier to kind of strong-arm her into being quiet, I guess. I don't know. I could only think of pessimistic reasons for all of this. Ishiko? Yes. Things were not at all what I thought they would be, so that urge to just stop in my tracks was strong. Despite my slightly trembling legs, I forced myself to start climbing the stairs. I could hear my heart pounding in my chest. What am I going to do if something happens? From the top of the stairs, my room is the one straight ahead. Yours will be on the left at the end of the hallway, over there. There's no way anyone would come out here to help me. And that is my daughter's room on your right. Oh, someone the daughter's age, maybe? That's right, I forgot he has a daughter. The blood that quickly drained from my face came back and made my cheeks hot. Oh, that was close. Thank goodness I didn't say anything weird. Didn't mention anything about a wife, so either widow or divorcee. I emerged from the staircase into a wide hallway. All of the closed doors made it feel rather claustrophobic, while at the same time the sunlight coming in from the skylights made it feel rather open. Being in a space where you could both feel both of those sensations at the same time was pretty overwhelming. Your room is the one straight ahead. Right. It was originally made to be the master bedroom, but I remodeled it after my wife passed away. Okay, widower. It is now functions as a workroom. Bathroom is next to the stairs. We need to be considerate of each other's privacy during bathing times, but you are otherwise free to use it as you please. This is the guest room, although we don't really have guests come up here. Amane suddenly cut himself off when he placed his hand on one of the doorknobs. Huh? Oh, it's you, Aria. I didn't realize you were awake. Aria? I guess that's his daughter. It's a pretty uncommon name. Come here, Ichiko. I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Aria. And think of it, I never asked how old she was. I wonder, maybe she's still pretty young? I did what was asked of me and stepped into the guest room. In that moment, I realized any of my predictions about her were completely off base. I could only see the back of her as she gazed out the open window. She had long hair that went down to her waist, and slender ankles were peeking out from under her skirt. She's clearly much taller than me. Not to mention that aura she gives off. She doesn't seem like a child, so probably not younger than me. Aria? Amane called her name and urged her to greet me. She then calmly turned to face me. It was in that moment. A Renoir painting stood before me. Yeah, like there was this image. Like I like it. The art style is really cool. But the eyes are just like, because she's got anime eyes in a very realistic art style, it just makes it look wrong. You know what I mean? Like it makes her look like a doll almost with eyes that huge. Huh. Well, so it goes. I suddenly remembered an art book I had completely forgotten about. Someone had donated it to the orphanage, and it's a rather large book. She had this dreamlike beauty. Her thin neck, small face, and big, beautiful eyes were now facing me. Her black hair shined with a bluish tinge from the sunlight and accentuated the translucency of the whiteness of her skin. It was like the window frame itself was framing a real-life painting. And there, standing before me, exuding a beauty that had to be seen to be believed, was Amane's daughter, Aria Iwakura. Oh, Oh, and she's off. Excuse me. Her small face, ever so petite, neared mine. The outlines of her lightly colored eyes came into view as they absorbed the light in the room. What should I do here? Should I greet her first? Yeah, I guess I should. Ooh, our first save point. Okay. So, I don't know. We're meant to be working for her family, right? So I feel like maybe some subservience here's the way to go, rather than trying to go for equality. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into the undertones of the gesture. Let's just... It's nice to meet you. I'm Ichiko Kitagawa. Aria gave me a slight nod as I quickly bowed my head. Her quiet demeanor suggested that she is a person of few words. Maybe it's because both her face and body were so doll-like, but I felt like she was rather cold and distant. Okay, so it is intended that she just does look like a living doll. Okay, interesting. Father? Yes? When did you rearrange the furniture in here? Oh, just the other night. I thought I'd make the front half of the room feel more open. Why? I have a little idea. I'll keep it a secret for now, but you'll find out soon, Aria. Right. She spoke softly as she slipped between us and made her way out of the room. As she got closer to me, a sweet scent that I had never smelled before softly filled my nostrils. What is that? It smelled so good, like a mix of flowers, medicinal herbs, and citrus. Because beautiful people have a lovely scent to them as well.
You going back to your room?
Yes, I'm not feeling very well at the moment.
I see. Then please rest well, Aria.
Alright, so what's the score with her, huh?
Aria's quite frail, you see. Thought she would be sleeping all day today, so I'm glad I was able to introduce you to her.
Thought she'd be sleeping all day. Okay. Is she sickly? Is there a reason she's bedridden a lot? Or, like, does she have some kind of medical condition or something? Or is this her mother died and now she's still bereaving or something? We don't know how long ago that happened, but maybe that's a part of it.
Let's see, how much did I tell you about this here room?
A mild breeze was rustling the curtains. She was just so beautiful.
Also, apparently, we're gay for our employer's daughter.
In my mind, I could see her still facing away from me in front of the frame. What a beautiful painting it would be. The girl depicted in it could turn to face me once again. When our eyes met, my throat got tight and I had trouble breathing properly.
I still don't know what that first choice point did for us, but so it goes. I will see you again in an hour.
Okay, this is our room. I didn't hear anything about this. Our room looks very plain but functional. Just when I thought I was able to breathe again, the thoughts I had in my mind came spilling out onto the words as I exhaled. The attractiveness of the person I'm working for has nothing to do with me, but whew, wow, I almost felt like I was betrayed. Like I took a sneak attack right to the face. It's only natural I'd be nervous spending time with someone that beautiful every single day. My heart was still beating like mad, and it wasn't showing any signs of slowing down. Oh, geez, I have to snap out of it. Took some deep breaths to try to bring myself back to equilibrium, then took my time as I looked around the room. Suddenly, I felt as if my field of vision was slowly starting to expand. Wait, didn't they say this used to be an altar room? Oh, that explains the interesting design. Yeah, Amane mentioned that to me when he was telling me about the rooms. The ceiling seemed to be quite elaborate, resembled a go board made out of latticed square timber. Oh, interesting. So cool I can look up at the ceiling when I lie down every night. I wouldn't say this room is all that big, but it's both beautiful and comfortable. I think they would let me use a room like this. Feeling incredibly grateful towards Amane, I began to unpack my belongings. Not like it would take very long with the small amount of things I brought. Put my pajamas and underwear away, to which I quickly found myself feeling pretty bored. That's right, he mentioned he gave me some work clothes to wear. Are they here? Casually opened up one of the drawers to find two outfits of the same color, neatly folded and tucked away. Wow, this fabric is silky smooth. I feel way more expensive than my everyday clothes. Slipped the dress over my head and tied the apron that was lying underneath the dress. Tied the ribbon in the back nice and tight, and unbeknownst to me in that moment, I began to smile. A brand new maid's uniform that fits me like a glove. A beautiful fountain visible from my window. That makes me nervous, but at the same time, it's not the least bit unpleasant. Can't remember any other time in my life where I felt like this. It was a quiet room where no one can hear me talk to myself. Feels like another lifetime ago when I was silently crying in my 3-person company dorm last month. Maybe I can finally get a fresh start here. She was working in a company dorm. I guess this is the 60s, but still, geez. Living in a company dorm at age 15 doesn't... sounds fucking awful. I was 16 years old, and there I was, living on my own, right at the beginning of adulthood. Alright, I changed my clothes, and I'm ready to go. Wait, what? It's only been 30 minutes? I don't know what to do with myself. Guess I could take a look at some of the rooms on the second floor while I wait. Every room in this house is going to be a workplace, so I should be able to come and go as I please. With Amane's words echoing in my mind, I quickly put them into action and began moving. Alright, which room should I check out first?
You can move around inside the mansion. I see. All right. Here we go. Okay, I understand how we're doing this now. So, let's see here. That's our room. There's the hall. Oh, there's just nothing on the other end of the hall? That's so very disorienting. Okay. The guest room is the one we were just in. That one is lit up in red. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Maybe that's the one where that'll advance the plot. So how about we check out the other rooms first? Let's go look at Amane's room.
Oh, this is Mr. Amane's room. It was an opulent room with an eye-catching wallpaper and decor with red and gold tones. The vibe in here is a bit different from the rest of the house. I guess this is just his personal preference. Lots of very expensive-looking things around the room. Look at that huge camera. It's so cool. Yeah, I guess this must be like a study. It said it's his room, but I don't see much room for... that's a bed just off the side there. Never mind, maybe. I, too, put my work desk right next to my bed. Might as well check out the bathroom. It's so spacious, but not to mention incredibly stylish. The bathtub is also deep enough that you can easily immerse yourself in it. Changing room and toilet are both neat and tidy. It makes me wonder if it's okay for me to use this room.
Dang. That is a bathroom.
I'm of the opinion that one of the things that is most important in a bathroom is the lighting.
If you really want a bathroom that lets in natural light, but without, showing anything potentially compromising to the outside world. This is very important, and I'm not sure why I feel so strongly about it, but I have opinions on the matter. All right, guest room. This one's red, so
I can feel the after effects of what happened earlier. Standing in the same place Aria did before, I could feel my heart beating softly. Looking at the room from there, I noticed that the furniture and decor in the room was not only tasteful, but it matched with the rest of the residence's interior quite well. It's a phonograph and some records. I wonder who listens to these.
Oh God, could I name a single Japanese record from before 1966? Probably not. Most of my music knowledge, unfortunately, starts in the 70s.
On top of the glass shelves were a bunch of Western-style figurines arranged in a well-balanced, aesthetically pleasing way. So many angels. They have such cute faces.
Angels again, huh? They'll show a lot in the, they were on the fountain and also in the interior design here. Might be nothing, might be still thinking about his wife.
There were 7 angel figurines in all, and among them was an angel with this charming, gentle look on its face that really caught my eye. What was its name?
The angel Gabriel. Okay.
Gabrielle. The other ones are named... Oh, something happened. Phew, that really spooked me. What's going on with that arm? Everything here looks really expensive. I need to take extra care not to break anything.
Can we not go downstairs? Okay. Stop moving, it says. If I open the window, I see you can spot the driveway from here. Okay, so the game makes us stop. Got it. Okay. Each room is beautiful and charming in its own way. It's fun just to look around, so I don't feel like cleaning them will be such a chore. Remember Mr. Amane said I was the only living worker here. He said he wouldn't make me do all the chores, but I wonder how that will pan out. Lost in thought, I glanced over at the clock to see that an hour had now passed. Guess it's too late to worry about those things at this point. I looked at myself in the mirror and adjusted my collar. And then I took a deep breath. All right, let's do this. I stepped out of my room, which I had already begun to get a little attached to. Oh, wow. This coffee smells lovely.
Oh, there you are. You should go calm. Come, let's talk here.
Yes, sir. What a huge window. You can clearly see the garden from here.
I thought it would be nice to sit somewhere where we can see the outside. Is that all right with you? I don't know why I've given this gentleman this little southern drawl, but that's what he's sticking with.
Thank you so much. It's such a vast and beautiful garden. There are so many flowers.
This smaller dining room is called a breakfast room. It was designed to be a pleasant space where you can enjoy your first meal of the day. I enjoy the garden as well, but it's hard work to maintain and replant things throughout the year so that it does not become desolate.
Even from here, I can't quite tell how far back the garden spans. Surely it really is tough to maintain an area this big.
I'm still thinking about it. What was the deal with the bodyguard from before? Just standing there all day long? Not saying a word? That is strange, but alright. Now, would you like some pastries? You can choose whichever ones you like. Coffee is almost ready.
Hot water ran down from the thin spout and disappeared into the paper filter. The coffee's rich, deep aroma began to spread throughout the room.
Let me show you my V60 technique. I've been working on it. Amane Iwakura, coffee person.
What a handsome man. Feels weird to say it at this point, but Mr. Amane is far from ordinary looking. Both tall and refined, so he looks good even when he's just standing around. Huh? Wait, what am I thinking? His daughter bears some resemblance to him, but the same doesn't? It seems like this maybe Mr. Amane is actually the more doll-like of the two?
Oh, is something wrong?
Oh,
what's wrong? Do you want to ask me something?
Well,
another choice point. I don't really have any inclination for how to go about these the first time around, so we'll just go with you and your daughter look so much alike. That's what was on our mind.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking you and your daughter look so much alike.
I get that a lot, actually. I don't notice it myself, but it seems like many others do.
Makes sense, I mean, both incredibly good looking. I'm sure his late wife must have been gorgeous as well.
Oh, not bad at all. Here, you should go. This one is for you. Notice how I made sure to used a nice spout that keeps the pour at a very concentrated angle here. None of that sputtering nonsense, and make sure to do a clockwise motion around the bed of grounds. Doing that prevents it from forming little divots, which means that it'll expose more of the coffee and get more of the solids into the actual liquid itself.
Thanks. Alright, let's get down to business then. Now, Ishiko, your main task will be focused on cleaning the house, but some other things I would like to ask of you as well. I would greatly appreciate it if you could complete all the tasks I've written down here without issue.
Amane then reached into his pocket and handed me a white piece of paper. Collect the sheets and laundry in a special basket, place them outside the service entrance to the kitchen before noon. Paper he handed me had 5 tasks written down with all the specific details I needed. I know it's just a rough outline, but does that give you enough information to complete those tasks? This will be very useful. Makes it easy to understand what I need to do and when it needs to be completed by.
I'm very glad. If you don't understand something while you're doing your task, please feel free to come ask me any questions you might have.
Thank you so much. Wait a minute, but who will do the rest of the work that isn't on this list?
I suppose there are some other things I should tell you. First things first, in regards to why you, Ichigo, are the only live-in housemaid. Yeah, I've been wondering about this, buddy. What's your reasoning?
Almost as if he suddenly remembered something, Amane took a sip of coffee and continued on.
I know it may seem quiet around here now, but there used to be more than 10 people who lived and worked here.
Wait, 10? Dang.
Wait, that's a lot of people for... How big is this place? That floor plan we saw honestly didn't look big enough for 10 people to be living and working around here. Everyone helped run the household and worked hard, but with more and more people came more and more problems. Naturally, we dealt with thefts and tense interpersonal issues that arose, and simply began to wear me out over time. Carefully considered the pros and cons, and in the end chose the more carefree option, decided to live alone.
There must be why, aside from the daily cleaning, he has outside help for the other chores. So nearby dry cleaners takes care of the laundry every day. Someone from a local Western restaurant comes in to prepare all of the meals.
Dang, rich people problems.
Never even imagined one could live like this. I guess it's easier than having people always in your house and dealing with the uneasiness of that.
The most efficient way to have a task completed is to entrust it to a skilled worker. However, I can't say that doing this way was always enough. I'd be very grateful if you could act as the liaison between us and them.
Taking out the laundry baskets to be picked up, washing the dishes after meals. As I read through this list of tasks, I realized that it painted a perfect picture of all the things that must have caused Amane trouble in the past. I had to do various chores around everywhere I've been, so I feel like I can handle this. Granted, it's not necessarily easy work, but I'm relieved to know that everything I'm being asked to do is something I'm at least somewhat familiar with or have some experience doing.
And that just leaves building a good rapport with Aria. That's number 1 on my list.
Oh, since I'm the only housemaid here, it's only natural I'd be looking after her as well. Can I ask, what is she like?
Oh, Aria, she's a very honest and good girl. Of course, she's very beautiful as well. Sure you realize that already, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen someone that beautiful even in the movies.
As a parent, I agree with you. However, with such outstanding beauty, she experienced a lot of dangers growing up. As a fortune would have it, well, maybe I shouldn't call it fortune, but due to her weak constitution, she has always been homeschooled. Weak constitution, okay. So that's why she's the way she is and why she's frail. Weak constitution, okay. That could mean any number of things, and it could be eliding something else, but we'll take it for now. We'll accept that. Ever since she stopped leaving the residence, she has managed to maintain a relatively peaceful life. Stopped leaving the residence, huh? Okay, never mind. I'm beginning to get other ideas for maybe why she is the way she is. Nowadays, Aria is responsible for tending to our guests and making sure they feel welcome.
She says you don't really use the guest room upstairs, but I guess you just said you do have guests. What kind of guests are you entertaining?
We don't really know what kind of work you do yet, do we? Guess maybe a businessman? Doing business? Transactions?
It's unbelievable. I can't even imagine living like that. I wonder how long it's been since she last left the house. Must be hard being both that beautiful and so physically weak. So her job is to handle the guests that come. I have my friends and acquaintances visit, and many of my business colleagues as well. I don't just invite anyone, you know. Even though I make efforts to not speak about Aria publicly, naturally, there are rumors that get around, so many people want to meet her. Sometimes even important people from overseas want to meet her. Okay, so friends and business partners, but you also get business partners and people from overseas. So kind of a big fish, huh? Important people? I guess he means politicians or something? Naturally, there are people drawn in by the Iwakura name. I often find myself at a loss for how to handle them. Drawn in by the name. Okay, so it is a name we should recognize, at least in the world. Iwakura name. As soon as Amane uttered those words, a conversation I heard a few days ago at the orphanage between a contractor and one of the staff members crossed my mind. Would have ever thought that girl was hiding such a whole huge fortune. I mean, with a last name like that, I'm sure they must have been former nobility. Wait, why am I giving him that? By the way, I had a look at the house, the address you gave me. Holy crap, that place is absolutely massive. They ain't former nobility. They probably aren't exactly upstanding citizens, if you know what I mean. If I were a young girl, I'd use all my assets to try and get hired there. Oh, that was so gross. Just remembering what he said made me want to puke. But I'll give him a little credit, because it doesn't seem like he was wrong. I don't know what flavor of nobility they could have been, but based on what I just heard from Amane, really seems like the Iwakura name carries some historical significance. Okay. I mean, this is the basis of all good murder mysteries, right? Dynastic family living in a big western mansion. I always tell her not to push herself too hard, but she's considerate of my position in her own way, so she always makes sure to accompany me to formal events. However, that is about the only opportunity she has to interact with others. Almost never gets to speak with other people her own age, so I always hoped an opportunity would come along. Okay, here we go. So now we've gotten to... That's why us. That's why you're looking for a maid at an orphanage, because you are looking for someone her own age for her to talk to. Okay. That was kind of what I expected, but, you know, could have been worse. Now I get it. Can't help but wonder if someone like me would be a good conversation partner for her. I'm sure if he looked around, he'd find a more suitable person than me. So how did the housemates who used to live here get along with her? Good question. One housemate she got along well with, but they'd also known each other since Aria was very young. She grew up, though, well, anyway. I'm afraid your predecessor, who was here up until a few months ago, won't be of much of a reference for you. Predecessor? She just didn't get along with Aria, so unfortunately we had to fire her. Okay. The way he talks about that, like, so was that the same person? The one housemate she got along very well with, who had known since she was young, is that meant to also be your predecessor? Either way, what happened a few months ago? Fire her? Was that a law? Sorry is the type of person that doesn't bend once she's made up her mind on something. But I don't want you to worry about that, Ishiko. She was much older than Aria, whereas you and Aria are the same age. Sure, things will work out between you two. I really believe that. I'm glad he's so optimistic, but just because we're the same age doesn't mean everything is going to be okay. I mean, he really just said we're the same age? Seriously? Oh. You haven't touched your coffee. I guess you don't like bitter things. Oh, well, you see, if I drink it with something sweet, it's okay. I'll have some. You don't have to force yourself. You can add all the milk and sugar you want. We ain't coffee elitists here. Aria actually doesn't care for bitter things either, see? There's something else you two have in common. Oh, haha. Okay, so it was kind of what I suspected, but I'm glad we're getting more of the shape of it. A lot of our big job is... Because he's contracted out a lot of the housework he needs done. Us being a liaison between them and getting that stuff ready is, at best, a convenience. He really just needs a friend for Aria, huh? Okay, got it. Understood, buddy. Oh, would you look at the time? I'd show you around the first floor, but that'll be difficult now.
Do you have work?
Yeah, something a bit urgent to attend to. And I visually start working tomorrow, so why don't you take some time today to look around the house however you like? How'd you like the second floor? Would you check out any of the rooms besides your own?
I did. Your room is absolutely lovely, Mr. Amane.
Well, thank you. I really love the wallpaper. I'm going to study. If you need anything, feel free to come ask me anytime.
Understood. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule for me.
Huh. You don't have to be so stiff. It's my responsibility as your employer, after all. I feel like you'll pick things up pretty quickly, so just take your time getting used to everything around here. It's not good to rush that sort of thing, right?
His voice was so calm and composed. I nodded my head, and then Amane gently narrowed his eyes at me before leaving the breakfast room. Heard the sound of a door closing in the distance, and felt my shoulders instantly relax in that moment. Hi, I really ended up in an unbelievable house, didn't I? I listened carefully to everything he said, but I don't know if I really understood at the time just how amazing it all was. At least I know what's going to be expected of me for work. Just need to make that my top priority and make sure I do my job well. Just gotta get used to things around here first. Mr. Amane really is an incredibly kind gentleman. It's really difficult to get a read on, though. I probably shouldn't rely on him too much. Made me feel a bit empty inside, knowing I can't just accept his kind words at face value. Still, when I can think like that, I can really hold my head up high. All right, just take around the look around the first floor for now.
Oh, I missed something.
What was that noise just now? A window? I stepped into the adjoining room while I was trying to track down the sound I had just heard. Is this the dining room?
Haha! I thought there was a way to do this.
So we can pull up our sketchbook at any time, it looks like.
Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta know how far back can we go. We can go that far back. Okay, cool.
My footsteps echo louder in here than anywhere else I've been in the home. It's big enough where it could be used as a dance hall. This wall is made of a different material. I think it's called a partition. One feels like it's a little taller than the one in the entrance hall. What's that carving? Is that some kind of fruit? Looked up and saw an intricately decorated white ceiling. Wanted to look around and admire the beauty of this room some more, but it didn't seem like the sound came from here. All the windows were closed and there was no sign of anyone around. Hold on, that wall has a small window. Is that a service hatch? Surely it's connected to, I knew it! This is the kitchen. There's a pantry connected to it with an opening in the wall facing the dining room that had a huge serving table set up. Even though there's only 2 people living here, this kitchen is bigger than the one at the orphanage. Guess it would really come in handy if they ever have to do big parties in the dining room. I wonder what that sound was from before. Could it have been just the house creaking? Huh?
Oh, this thing is heavy.
That sure caught me off guard.
Oh, who are you?
Ugh. It's finally the last of it, for crying out loud. Why did it have to be so hot today of all days? Was she the one making that noise? Maybe I heard the back door close? Looks like there's bottles of liquor in these boxes, so maybe she's from the liquor store? Excuse me. Oh, you scared the living daylights out of me. Oh, hang on, you must be the new housemaid, right? How long have you been here? You just get here? Sorry, I didn't even notice you there. Mr. Amani even told me you'd be starting today and just totally slipped my mind. I'm Sui Miyauchi. Sui Miyauchi. I'm the chef here. Chef? Well, you must be one from the Western restaurant then.
That's right, I'm from Kitchen Plus. My family's been working at the Iwakura residence for 2 years now, but ever since this spring, I've been preparing all the meals by myself. Wow, she does this all on her own? That's incredible. So what's your name? Oh, it's Ichiko Kitagawa. How old are you? 16? Oh, well, we're the same age. That's pretty awesome. Nice to meet ya, Ichiko. You can call me Sui. Felt a bit overwhelmed by her bright and expressive mannerisms that clashed with her otherwise cool yet tense features. Everyone is our age. Good to know. Nevertheless, I somehow managed to nod along with what she was saying, and... By the way, since I'm in charge of meals, if you have any requests, just whisper them to me and I'll do what I can. Sui said this with a smile as she flashed me her perfectly aligned teeth. Her casual and down-to-earth demeanor just naturally puts me at ease. Hardly had the chance to meet anyone my own age ever since I graduated from junior high, and yet somehow I managed to meet 2 people my age today. Aria and Sui. Guess everyone around here has interesting, unique names. I'm just Ichiko. Oh, alrighty, I gotta put these on the stand. Oh, hang on, this might not work. Huh? Oh my, what is this? It's so heavy. Ah! Oh, thank goodness they didn't fall. Thanks, Ichigo. I had to carry around loads of stuff today, so I think I'm just totally wiped out. It's so amazing that you can carry all this stuff this heavy all by yourself. I'm pretty confident in my strength. I'm loading and unloading ingredients for the shop every day. Shows her arm and she's just absolutely jacked. Wow, it sure be really swell if everyone helped me out on a crazy hot day like today. Even when I catch him looking right at me, the security guard pretends like I don't exist. Doesn't stop bowing whenever Mr. Amane is around, though. Okay. So that is his job, is just to stand there and just bow at Mr. Amane, huh? I feel like I learned something about this guy. Sui is so full of emotion when she talks, I feel like I could listen to her all day. She went through a wide range of ever-changing expressions as she told me more stories. I nodded along attentively. Huh? But before I knew it, with kitchen knife in hand, Sui had all the ingredients she was going to use neatly lined up on the counter. Looked on with bewilderment as she both quickly and evenly chopped up all the potatoes on the cutting board. Wow, she really is a professional. Do you always make the meals here? Depends on the day. Recently I've been making a lot of stuff at the shop and bringing it over here instead. By the way, we're having beef stew today. It's my signature dish. You better look forward to it. She's amazing. Felt like she instantly switched from shooting me a friendly smile to so intensely focusing on her handiwork. I know we're the same age, but Sui seems way more self-reliant and grown up than me. It really isn't time for me to be daydreaming, though. I should take this opportunity to check out rooms I haven't seen yet so I can do things right when I start working tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I mean, look at this place. Could you imagine 10 people living and working here? That's too many. I know the place is big, but it's not that big. Hello, Dante. Welcome to the stream. I'm playing the first couple bits of Iwakura Aria today. Should be very fun. Let's see. Where are we going to check out first? Sunroom has something important happening in it, so let's go to storeroom first. This looks a little dusty, I guess, because hasn't been anyone else working at the house. Pretty tidy for the most part, but it still looks a bit messy with all these things piled up. Okay. Makes sense. If we go back to the kitchen, what happens? Something smells wonderful. Smells amazing, doesn't it? I cooked the meat and vegetables separately for my beef stew. Come on, Ichigo, give it a little taste. Actually, let me just add a little salt and pepper first. Okay, here's your fork. Thank you, I'll just have a bite. Oh, this is so good. I know, right? It's just my opinion, but I think that any good meat will taste great if you simply just grill it. That really is the best way. Hello, Burncastle. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing all right. I didn't know whether or not folks would show up and be interested for this one, but I wanted to stream a little bit of it no matter what. Still, I'm really looking forward to trying your beef stew. Thanks a lot. I'll make sure it tastes better than some plain old grilled meat. Thanks, Suey. Alright, let's check out the dining room. What a grand chandelier. Makes me wonder if it'd come crashing down in an earthquake. Alright. Breakfast room. Alright, so this is where the breakfast room is. Towards a large glass window. I can get out to the terrace from here. A small table and some chairs. I guess they eat out here sometimes. Never even imagined being able to do such elegant things. Okay. Check the drawing room. I think this is the drawing room where they entertain guests. The exquisite furniture is arranged beautifully. These windows are gorgeous. What are they called again? Stained glass? I feel like walking into a church you'd find overseas. Another door in here. Let's see. Looks like it's connected to the sunroom. Okay. Well, time to go look at the sunroom. Oh, dang. Wow, what a lovely sunroom. Can clearly see the garden from here, too. Always admired the sunrooms I spotted at rich people's houses in my neighborhood. This one thoroughly puts any of those to shame. Both the size and design are on another level. Is there someone in the garden? The heat haze made it a bit hard to see, but it was definitely a tall man. He had a stepladder slung on his right shoulder, and a huge pair of pruning scissors in his other hand. Have fun? I hope we do. This should be a good time. Seemed like he was tending to the garden and the seat all by himself. This garden's massive. There's no way it can be maintained without a gardener. Made sense when I thought about it, but the idea that someone would have a dedicated gardener at their home is still something else. Love your voice. I'm going to listen to you while I play. Hey, you know what? That's one of the highest compliments you can pay a person. Being your background noise is incredibly good trust. All right. Looks like that's all we're going to find. Should clean up the table. Wonder if it's okay for me to throw away the filter with the coffee grounds in it. Is there a special way I'm supposed to clean this pot? Guess I'll just tidy up a bit to make sure to ask Mr. Mane about this stuff later. I like that. The one thing about these exploration moments is that it doesn't really tell you when to stop. You know what I mean? I guess the red things tell you important scenes, but otherwise you don't really know if there's something to go back for. Nice view of the fountain from the window to my left. Room next to it, this one feels like it would have an even better view, though. Okay. I'm gonna go around one more time and see if anything else comes up. Strange scent in here. It smells different from all the other rooms. Scented candles? Where's the smell coming from? And that smell? Formaldehyde. Well, let's go back to the kitchen, so I guess we're just one and done over there. Every time I stepped into the dining room, I couldn't help but get distracted by the beautiful decor. Just want to touch everything I see. Just the partition wall here is taller than the one in the entrance hall. Ah! Oh, it's you, Mr. Mane. Sorry, Jill was heading to my room to get some documents when I noticed you standing there, so I just kind of blurted it out. No, I should be apologizing for yelping like that. This room really has quite the echo, doesn't it? Ah, yes, it's exactly what these partition walls are designed to do. Makes it so that people's voice can carry further. It's quite useful when people are gathered here for banquets or parties. Truly an exceptional design and architecture. If we ever were to relinquish ownership of it, it would probably designate it as a cultural asset. Does he mean it's like a national treasure? Makes me wonder if it's really okay for a nobody like me to live in a place like this. Better keep my nails short. Last thing I want to do is damage something in here. Let's try the storeroom again. Pretty dim with no windows in here. Definitely wouldn't want to spend long periods of time in here. Okay. We've been everywhere twice now. Is there a reason to go back a third time? Okay, no. Okay, looks like now we're getting repeats. Okay.
Stop moving. Yes. We will just sit there in A pose in the middle of the mansion now. Okay. I feel like I have a decent idea of the house's layout now. Which leaves right. Need to take care of the trash cans outside. Hey. Huh? Oh, hi, Aria. Oh, Miss Aria, what's the matter? Did something happen? Hi. Yes. I am hungry. I haven't eaten anything since this morning, so I feel like I might faint. Oh, I see you're hungry. Right, you're hungry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll go see if they can make you something to eat real quick. Yes, do that. Oh my God, I thought my heart was going to burst out of my chest. Turned around and her beautiful face was just right there in front of me. Dude, Ichiko, you got it bad. Damn it, this is awful. I made myself look like an idiot in front of her. That's right, she's going to end up hating me. I need to turn things around and quick. Oh, I need to thank my lucky stars that Sui was here. My first day came to a close with that incident, and I breathed a huge sigh of relief. I put together some warm bread for the toaster oven, steak, and some veggies to garnish. The beef stew was still cooking, so we had to come up with something so we didn't have to keep Aria waiting. Thanks to Sui's quick thinking, we were able to bring her a delicious meal pretty quickly. It's good. She really is beautiful, even when she's eating. Dang, Hishiko, come on. Even just thinking her about like that is enough to make me feel this strange, spellbound feeling. Couldn't believe she only took one bite of each thing on her plate, but I guess that's just how things are with how delicate she is. So frail constitution, gets very hungry, but doesn't want to eat a lot. Huh. Or was she just trying to find an excuse to spend more time with the maid, huh? She's the exact opposite of me. Looking down, I can see my bloated tummy, even though it's already been a few hours since I ate. But still, Sui really is such an incredible chef. Everything she makes tastes amazing. With skill like that, it's no wonder they were able to leave her in charge of this by herself. What time is it? Oh, it's already 9. I peered out the window and saw the stars twinkling in the night sky. Suddenly in that moment, I felt a rush of sadness, like my heart was being squeezed. I see. It was that first night feeling. I was going to say, she talked about moving around to a lot of different foster parents, so that first night feeling kind of hits different, huh? I felt it when I first moved into the orphanage, whenever I first went to live with foster parents, and when I first moved into the company dormitory at my last job. Even though everything about this place was so much nicer than the once before, I still felt the same depression, loneliness, and anxiety. It was like my entire body was remembering those feelings. Today was just fine. I'm not afraid of anything. This was the first day of a whole new experience. Oh, whoops. The wave of depression that suddenly washed over me slowly but surely began to fade away. My bed is so soft and comfy. I wonder what tomorrow has in store for me. I never asked either of them what time they usually wake up. I wonder if 6 o'clock would be too late. I should probably play it safe and get up at 5. Last thing I want is for them to think I'm an oversleeper. I reached for the alarm clock I brought with me and set the shortest hand. Okay, that should do it. My eyelids slowly began to close as I gazed up at the beautiful ceiling, and soon after I drifted off to sleep.
Can't hear a thing, though. Coming from the next room. With that thought on my mind, I found myself on the precipice of a dream. There was a sweet scent in the air. She keeps mentioning that scent, right? There was a scent around Aria, and there was a scent in the drawing room earlier. But she hasn't placed it yet. Aria turned to face me as she stood in front of that same window. She was radiant. I was being engulfed by the light shining in from behind her. Without any resistance, I began to fall into a deep sleep. Who's talking here? Father, are we finished? Oh, that's Aria talking to her father, okay. Father, are we finished? Oh, yes, that's fine. Great job. I see chemicals and I see knives. You seem to be in quite a bad mood today. Did I hurt you somehow? It's not a very funny joke. Oh, come on, don't get so angry. What are you upset about? You know exactly why I'm upset. Why did you bring her in here without asking me about it? Oh, so that's the problem. I figured I would give this a try. It's quite inconvenient when there's no housemaid around, isn't it? More importantly, I thought she would be able to help you keep yourself occupied. I'm still wondering, like, what on earth are they doing? So that's her back, a bunch of knives, maybe swords, and chemicals, in a room lit only by a dangling light bulb. Oh yeah, please don't pout like that. I've been so busy recently, I haven't been able to spend as much time with you. So I wanted to do something for you. You understand, don't you? Father. Can always fire you if you don't like her. That's all there is to it. It's entirely up to you. Huh? Oh my, I'm sorry. I must have pushed you too hard. You must be tired. Please get some sleep. Everything's all right. Come now. Close your eyes. Huh? Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Just like that. Keep going. Nice and easy. Good night, Aria. Sweet dreams. What on earth was he doing in that scene? Like, what? What was he doing in that scene? That's strange and upsetting, but we'll roll with it for now. Oh, I feel good. I woke up that morning and before my alarm clock went off. Taking a peek around the house, it seemed like nobody else was awake yet. Even in my dreams, she was incredibly beautiful. God damn, girl, you got it bad. I tied my hair up, straightened my collar, started a new day. Let's see, where should I get started? The vacuum would be too noisy at this hour. What's going on? Something smells good. Wait, is that miso soup? Sui? Ichiko, good morning. You're up early. Do you always come in here this early? Nah, I'm going to be really busy at the shop today, so I wanted to prep breakfast and lunch here before that. Everything I'm making is easy to serve, so just make sure you reheat it on the stovetop before serving it to everyone. Got it. Because they have Japanese food for breakfast, huh? Not every day, but yeah, today they are. We got miso soup with fried tofu, and sake steamed clams with cabbage. Can't forget the natto and pickled radish, too. Looks so delicious, you really can do it all. My cooking does cover a pretty wide range. You hungry, Ichigo? If you want to eat something, let me know and I'll whip it up for you. Is that alright? Of course, have a seat. It'll only be a minute. Thanks. To think that I can enjoy your cooking first thing in the morning. I'm so happy. You don't want to get the post-meal sleepy, so make sure you don't overeat like you did yesterday, okay? You're right. I need to be more careful. You're so cute and sincere. Cute? And that's right. Cuties get a bonus dessert, too. Initially thought she might be teasing me, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Sui grabbed an orange out of a paper bag, quickly started peeling the skin with a knife. So embarrassed, but also happy. This feels really weird. I could feel my cheeks getting hot, so I tried to stealthily cool them down with the back of my hand. Didn't really dawn on me when I met Amane, but I guess I have a hard time handling compliments. It's because I haven't really been complimented by anyone up until now, even as a joke, so I found myself getting all flustered and reacting to every nice thing people say. Oh, Sui, I wanted to ask, do you know what time Mr. Amane usually wakes up? He tells me you have breakfast ready by 7, so maybe he gets up around past? Or something like that. What, did you forget to ask him? Yeah, actually. I get why you're up early. Such a good girl, Ichigo. If you can think on your feet like that, I think you'll do just fine here. I couldn't help but smile and feel a sense of relief when I heard those words. Her warmth makes me a little self-conscious, but also very reassured. Can't help but wonder why Mr. Amane and Sui are so nice to me, even though we just met. Are they just good people, or maybe this is actually normal? Imagine, people being kind to one another is just normal. Two hours later. Good morning to you, Mr. Amane. Good morning, Ichiko. Just as Sui said, Amane arrived at the breakfast room dressed and ready to start his day right around 7 o'clock. How are you doing? Is everything all right? Yes, I'm fine. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for getting breakfast ready. Shall we get started then? Sure. What about Aria? Probably still asleep. She goes through many ups and downs with her condition, so it's up to her whether she wants to get up out of bed in the morning or not. I know it can be a nuisance to deal with her mealtime, so I just ask that you give her the leeway she needs. I see. I will be sure to do that. Her condition, huh? Okay. Huh? What was that sound? Oh, don't worry about that. Allow me to introduce you. Introduce?
Amane-san, お迎えに上がりました。
Oh no, more voices. Much appreciated. Ichiko, allow me to introduce you to my secretary, Akari Yoshino, whose voice I'm about to immediately turn off. I cannot turn off her voice yet.
はじめまして、吉野です。
Nice to meet you, I'm Akari. I do not get a Sprite in this game. Nice to meet you too, I'm the housemaid Ichigo Kitagawa. Just started working here yesterday. As I said this and bowed my head, I noticed her slightly narrowing her eyes behind her silver-rimmed glasses. Brushed her long black hair behind her ears, as her long enamel-painted nails shone a shade of bright red. Wow, she is quite the sexy one. Due to the nature of her work, Akari has a key to the residence. You may see her come and go even when I'm not around, but there's no reason to be alarmed.
Amane-san、朝刊はご覧になりますか？
Sir, would you like me to bring you the newspaper? No, thank you. I'll read it in the car. Something about this house coupled together with their appearance. Akari... Okay, so what is Akari's dealio? That's his secretary. Okay. And his secretary will just come and go and has a key to the residence. Understood. Sure, this is just some ordinary conversation for them, but for me it feels like I'm watching a scene from a TV drama. It's also grown up. Oh, Ichiko, I wanted to mention this. Yes, what is it? If Aria hasn't come out of her room by 10 o'clock, would you please call for her and wake her up? We have guests coming this afternoon, so I need to make sure everything is ready by then. Understood, but what if she is not feeling well?
It's okay. All you need to do is wake her up. Everything else is up to her, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Akari will handle the guests when the time comes, so you don't need to concern yourself with that either. I'll be at work today until the afternoon, at which point I will be returning with my guests. Can I leave you in charge of the house until then?
Yes, I'll give it a good cleaning.
Oh, thank you for the pleasant reply. I'm counting on you, Ichiko.
It really gets my nerves going, but I have to get my head together. Since there are guests coming, I'll start off with the drawing room.
And by the way, Ichiko, did you bring any art supplies with you?
Art supplies? I have a sketchbook.
Well, is there anything else you need? If there's anything you want, just let me know and I'll get it for you. Okay, so that was also part of his angle, was like, oh, interesting. Maybe there's something about the... He also wants to foster her ability to paint, huh? But why? Did his dead wife paint and he's missing that? Who knows?
Thank you so much, but I don't think I really have the time to be painting yet.
Let's concern with time and more how you feel. Watercolors, oil paints, whatever you want. If you're interested in something, you should give it a try. You have real talent. I have that painting I bought when we first met proudly hanging up at work.
Are you serious?
Of course, Akari really likes it as well.
だって
I do.
すごく素
I
敵
mean,
ですもの。
it is a very beautiful piece.
I wish I could turn off her voice, but I'm not allowed to do that apparently. Oh, wait, hold on. I can just do this. There we go. And then I can restore the defaults here. And then, there we go. That's so much easier than what I was trying to do.
Thank you so much, but I felt bad knowing he would be spending money on me. And that, coupled with the embarrassment I was feeling, made me feel like all I could do was shake my head. But despite that, Amane continued on with a serious look on his face.
Nowadays, women are learning all kinds of skills and trades. It's such a shame for you to let that humility stand in the way of new opportunities. You should give it some serious thought. If you have the will to do it, I will be there to help you.
All right, buddy. Give it a serious try, huh? I never imagined that Amane would not only appreciate my art that much, but think about my future, too. After all that, I found myself feeling more bewildered than excited. Not a single person in my life acknowledged anything positive about me until I came here. And now I'm suddenly getting praised all the time. It's almost like I'm not really my old self anymore. Everyone else always told me that I just have to face reality. I knew quite well what reality was really like, or so I thought. But maybe reality is actually quite different from what I actually thought. Or maybe the idea of reality changes depending on where you are. I mean, everything I would have considered normal up until now would be anything but normal in this household. No matter how I think about it, I can't imagine ever being able to make a living off of my paintings. If I'm being honest with myself, I would like to paint more, but once I get a little more settled in here, I'll talk to Mr. Amane about it again. But for now, I need to focus on the work in front of me, and I've got to start vacuuming.
Okay. Time to start vacuuming. Let's see what we... Start by vacuuming the kitchen.
Here's how the dining room looks when you look at it from the kitchen through the service hatch. Yeah, nothing to get excited about.
Okay, fine.
I guess there's no we'll just go around. We're vacuuming, right? We don't want to take multiple trips. Every room in the house is lovely, but I think the dining room might be my favorite. The delicate carvings on even the beams, the heavy mantle freshly polished with the dry cloth. Everything was so fascinating I couldn't help but stop and admire it. Wonder if all these patterns were handcrafted. If so, I can't help but think of how long that must have taken.
Will you draw something if I bring out the sketchbook, or no? Okay.
I was so inspired by the incredible craftsmanship and attention to detail of the architect and those who worked on the house, so I took up my sketchbook.
Oh, never mind. You'll do it yourself.
These flower carvings stand out the most, but the intricacy of these patterns is really fascinating. It's a bit of a different vibe from the rest of the house, but they're still a perfect fit. How does someone even come up with ideas like this? Everywhere I look, there's beauty to be found. Even if I had an extra pair of eyes, it wouldn't be enough to catch it all. Not to mention, I feel like I don't have enough hands to take care of all the cleaning either. What's next? Breakfast room? I open up the windows to let some fresh morning air into the room. I think I'll head over to the garden for a bit. I was greeted by the sight of beautiful greenery gently swaying in the soft breeze. The colors of the plants look much more vibrant in person compared to looking at them from the window. Something smells sweet and sour. I wonder if any of the trees are bearing fruit. I absent-mindedly glanced over at the distant trees surrounding the flower bed, then looked down at my feet as I turned to head back to the house. Leaves and dirt are blowing all the way over here. I need to make sure I clean the terrace as good as I can. Okay, let's do the sunroom next. It's a little fountain. Is it just for decoration? I wonder if water comes out of it. Oh, there it is. Oh, there is a fountain in here. That's so strange. Okay. Let's try the drawing room next. Should probably clean up inside the fireplace, too. It's no use. I can't even get this iron door open. Maybe that means I don't need to clean it outside of the winter months? Interesting. I've never seen a little door like that in front of a fireplace. I've seen, like, grating before, but I've never seen just, like, a straight-up door that says, no, you don't enter the fireplace. Oh, here's the study. Okay. For the moment I opened the door, I was overwhelmed by the sheer amount of books stacked on shelves that were taller than me. A faint smell of ink and paper filled the air in the study. I thought they were all foreign books I couldn't read, but then I found some Japanese novels. The lower shelves were packed full of picture books. It seemed like these were arranged according to the type of content they have. So many art-related books, too. Next to them is, let's see, international style, room aesthetics. One seemed to be about architecture. A lot of very kind of artsy, design-focused books. I wonder if that was something the old, I wonder if that's something that, his wife was into. I casually picked up one of the books and noticed that the cover was a bit worn. So gently flipped through the pages. I took extra care to make sure I didn't tear them. It's old, but still full of design drawings and photographs. Guess these are blueprints? Every facet of it is incredibly detailed. It's a temple, a museum, must be the Duke's residence. The shape of the roof is a little bit different, but the exterior reminds me a lot of this house. J.C. Posthumous Works, Volume 3. Maybe this is the architect who built this house. J.C. Posthumous Works. Okay. Jesus Christo. Mr. Mane did mention that this house was built during the Taisho era. Guess the Duke's house was as well. Maybe the Iwakura residence is in this book as well. I gleefully flipped through the pages hoping I would spot it, but alas, I couldn't find any photos or blueprints that resembled this house on any of the other pages. It's the third volume, so maybe it's in a different book? I checked the other volumes as well, but ultimately came up empty in my search. I have volumes 1 through 3 and volume 5. I can't find the fourth volume, so maybe the Iwakura residence is in that one? Wonder if it's mixed in with those other books somewhere. Interesting. I don't know what to make of that, but JC. JC. Let's take one more look around and see if there's any interesting. Nobody goes into the storeroom, so I'll just quickly, Ow, ouch, what's that, an iron? For crying out loud, don't put the heavy stuff there. Kitchens tend to get dirty pretty easily, but it's already so clean in here. Sure, that's because Sui takes extra care to clean up nicely after she's done using it. This is how a real professional chef works. She is so awesome. We'll do one more go around here to see if anything new. Need to put some fresh water in this vase. Wonder who arranged these flowers. Maybe it was Miss Yoshino? I do like how every time we visit a room, there is some that, like, it is still flavored as us doing part of our job, right? We're not just wandering around the house. We are doing our job. In this case, our job is, we're a maid, so we're finding things to clean up and take care of every time we walk in the room, which is interesting. I like that little flavor. Oh no, the wind blew some dirt into the room. Need to be more mindful when I keep the windows open. What is this decor hanging from the ceiling? It absorbs the light and creates this sparkling effect. It's beautiful. Love to have something like this hanging in my own room someday. Could clearly see the fountain from this window. Maybe that's because this is the drawing room. Perhaps the fountain could be there so the guests to enjoy. If that's the case, their hospitality is on another level. It's interesting that the fountain isn't in the front of the house, but I scanned through the various spines of the books as I dusted off the shelves. Strange, there's hardly any dust on this shelf. All the books are mixed up too. Some newer books here as well, so maybe this is where Amane keeps the books he's currently reading. Took another peek around, but the fourth volume was nowhere to be found. What a shame. Maybe someone has it in a different room, or maybe they lent it out to someone. Okay. I think we found everything we're going to find on today's go-round. That should take care of the first floor. Did a little sweeping outside the entranceway, and with that, all the areas that I would be able to be seen were all taken care of. Peered down at my watch and noticed it was just before 10 o'clock. In this house, if you're not extra careful, conscious of it, time will absolutely fly by. Still, don't hear anyone stirring around upstairs. I guess she's still not awake yet. Just meeting her made me super nervous, and now I'm the one that has to wake her up. Even if I am really nervous, I can't just ignore my responsibilities. However, just as I stood in front of her door... Miss Aria! It's Ishiko. Are you awake? Miss Aria? Miss Aria? I held my ear close to the door, but I couldn't hear a peep. Not much else I can do. I guess I'll have to go in and see for myself. Sorry to disturb you, Miss Aria. Interesting. At least her room looks more lived in, I suppose. I opened the door gently and found myself in an elegant, refined, classic-looking space that was second to none. Took a step into the room, and the sweet aroma that filled the entire room began to caress my skin. That's Aria's scent. It's powerful enough to make my head spin a little. What a wonderful smell. So that is the smell that it's the smells of Aria, whatever Aria smells of, I suppose. Maybe it's a perfume. Maybe it's formaldehyde. Hang on, I definitely don't have time to get caught up in this. It's already past 10 o'clock. Miss Aria, your father asked me to come wake you. It's already past 10, and I was told there would be guests coming this afternoon. Nothing. Not a single response. I was trying my best not to do anything to upset her, but I wasn't going to get anywhere at this rate. I gave up on trying to keep my distance and then made my way toward the bed. Excuse me, Miss Aria. It's almost time to... She lay there sound asleep like a doll. Her face in that moment was so beautiful it took my breath away. Unbelievable. Why in the world is she so beautiful? She's like a princess from a fairy tale. Can't stand here and gawk at her. I need to wake her up. Miss Aria. Now what? She just won't wake up. Should I shake her a little? But... What are you doing? You see, I came to wake you. Mr. Amane asked me to, It's already morning? Yes, it's 10. What's going on? Is she mad? Oh, jeez, I have to say something. Would you like some breakfast? If you're hungry, I am not hungry. Oh, I see. How are you feeling today? Same as always. Hey, could you open the window a little? I want to get some fresh air. Of course.
All right. Hot take moment. What if she is literally a doll of some kind? Magic. No, I'm just fucking around.
After that, draw a bath for me. I'm going to go for a soak. Right, a bath. Understood. I'll get that taken care of right away. Wait. Yes? Actually, I will eat something. Bring me my breakfast as well. No problem. In that case, which would you like first? I'll take care of both of them at once. Now what? Do I get her food first or draw her bath first? Oh, wait, I have to clean the tub first. If I know she wants to take a bath in the morning, I've cleaned the tub first thing. The sky is dark. What terrible weather. I knew this was going to happen. Having other people around just makes things more troublesome. It's all so very annoying. I guess she's a pretty moody girl, huh? I'm glad I can learn a bit more about what kind of person she is. I just hope I can manage. Can I come in? Can I come in? Ah! I heard a voice call out, then turned to find Aria standing there in the changing room. Her hands were reaching behind her back as if she were about to start getting undressed. Wait. I don't have any censorship details on. Hold on. What, you're not done yet? I'm almost done, just a tiny bit more. Oh god, I have to hurry. What a painful gaze. I think I just realized something. Maybe the person before me was fired because they couldn't handle her personality. I left the bathroom and immediately ran to the kitchen to reheat her breakfast, which had gone cold hours ago. I hastily headed upstairs, taking every precaution I could to not spill the miso soup I had just reheated. Thankfully, it seemed like Aria was still in the bathroom. Whew, made it in time. Sure enough, that sense of relief lasted for all but a fleeting moment. What in the world? The bed sheets, which when I last saw them were perfectly fine, had been ripped off the bed and thrown onto the floor. Was that so? We saw like a blood or something in that scene. I wonder. And then she cut away at them? They're torn up too? What is going on? Oh, just throw those away. Miss Aria, what happened? I didn't like the texture. That is all. That's all? Where is my food? Should I put it on the table for you? Yes, please do. She's watching me. Am I putting the food down in some weird way? When you're done, could you get me my shawl? Your shawl? It's there in the dressing room. You'll see it hanging there as soon as you walk in. Although I was completely absorbed in this strange, unique situation Aria had me in, I nodded accordingly and headed over to the door she was pointing at. First time I've ever seen or heard of a dressing room. As I opened the door, I found my eyes fixated on the rows of dresses and shoes, lined up like they were showpieces. Aria's room alone is already quite spacious, but this room is quite large in its own right. I imagine it's about as big as my room. Right, a shawl. Is it this lace lap blanket here? Is this what you wanted, Miss Aria? Yes, thank you. No problem. They don't update her sprite to have the shawl on, though. Okay. But she gets cold even in the middle of the summer? Okay. What is her condition that causes her like that? Now what am I supposed to do? Should I stay with her or should I leave her be? Oh, for this room, would it be okay if I just changed the sheets and ran the vacuum? Sure, that's fine. And how about the dressing room as well? Leave it be. If I need your help, I will call for you. Understood. If there's anything else I could do for you, please let me know at any time. I could see Aria nod slightly as she gracefully picked up the bowl of miso soup I had placed on the table. She took a sip of the soup without making a sound. That's good. The way she spoke so softly to herself was really cute. Putting aside the thing with the sheets, she might just be the moody type, but I don't really think she's a bad person. Just can't help but wonder if I'm actually getting along with her or not. It's strange when I see her eating like this. I forget about all the stress and panic from before. It's almost like this is my reward. I'm sure having this much freedom makes things hard for Mr. Amane sometimes. Makes me wonder if she'll ever make a scene in front of his guests. Can't help but wonder how she interacts with others. It is wonderful to see you, Professor Yoshida. Oh, wait. Professor Yoshida? That's a new appellation for Mane's secretary here. She's smiling. I heard you just came back from your trip to Australia last week. We'd love to hear about your travels, right, Father? Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, Yoshino, not Yoshida. That was my mistake. Different person. Okay. Please, this way, Professor Yoshida. Let's go, Professor. Wow. Aria just really knows how to be sociable and personable when guests are around, huh? While I was watching this unfold from across the house, Amane looked back at me and flashed a little smile. G2G, have fun? Hey, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, Dante. Hope I was some good background noise for you. Have a good one. I bowed in response, and he then nodded at me before heading into the drawing room. What happened just now? It's like Aria was a totally different person. Interesting. Hey, Ichiko, how's it going? You alright? You look different from this morning. The sun was starting to set, so Sui had arrived to start making preparations for dinner. She was giving me this confused look as she spoke to me. Just the fatigue I was feeling was written all over my face. Sui sat me down, proceeded to serve me some tea like I was no different from their guests. Heh, Aria's a pretty fascinating person, huh? How come she's the only one that gets right up in our face like this? Everyone else keeps a polite distance, and then she's just like, what if I got right up here and stared at you? Sometimes spot her coming in and out of the entranceway, but I've barely ever spoken to her. So I always thought about what kind of person she could be. From what I've seen, I got the impression that she was the type who was always smiling. Oh, now I get it. She's her real self when she's with you, but puts on a show whenever guests are over. It's gotta be pretty rough. People come here all the time. All the time? Mr. Amane said that taking care of his guests is Aria's responsibility. Yeah, well, it's not always the case. Sometimes there's a party every day for an entire week. Jesus. Really? Did not take this for a party house. Every day for a week straight? You'll see lots of expensive cars parked outside. Quite busy during those times. No matter how you look at it, none of these people are common folk, so I'm sure they're a pain in the ass to deal with. Maybe she acts like that to handle them the best way she can. I see. Surprised because she was acting so differently, but maybe things are pretty rough for her, too. Well, I guess it's kind of hard to tell with what we know. Maybe I'll let it slide next time she does something that really ticks me off, huh? Sui, you're right, thank you. Guess she wasn't really all that upset about how Aria was acting, but having her sympathy was still really nice.
I mean, who doesn't act polite in front of house guests, right? Why did I think Aria would be any different in that regard? Oh, geez, the butter's melting. Gotta use it quick. Is everything all right? Just barely, but yes. By the way, we're having sautéed pork for dinner. Sautéed? It's pork stir-fried in butter. Sui said this with a cheeky smile as she turned on the stove. I guess she had the ingredients all prepared and ready to cook because they were transformed into a tasty-looking dish in the blink of an eye. What is that? Special onion sauce. Goes really well with sautéed pork. Oh, I see. Uh-oh, I hate onions, but since it's a sauce, it's not like I have to use it. Oh, I get it. You not like onions? Oh, well, No sense in being coy here, especially if we just got caught up. I actually don't think I like onions. Let's see, could I give recommendations if it were another dish, but sauce is pretty strong onion flavor, so it might be too much for you. I'll add a bit more seasoning to yours instead. Thanks. Sorry about that. I guess you can eat anything, can't you, Sui? Is there anything you don't like? Guess there's nothing really specific I don't like. People always tell me that I'm fat because I eat everything. Fuck off. No, you're not. Did I say that you're fat, Sui? I feel like I'm bigger than you are. No way, come on, Ichigo, stand up. Right, just a little bit taller than me. How many centimeters are you? I'm 158 tall. Teacher in middle school said I was 9 centimeters taller than the average girl my age. I wonder how tall Aria is. I have to look up when I talk to her, so I guess she's around 170. Dang! Okay, so they are taller than I thought. I mean, not like ridiculously tall, but that makes that would make Aria about like 5.5 feet tall, which is pretty tall for a woman that age, for a young girl of like 16. Reminds me of a foreign actress. That's crazy. So your height just has absolutely nothing to do with how picky of an eater you are. It's kind of disappointing. We continued the conversation from there. After she knows I'd eaten most of my meals, Sui started packing up her belongings. Said she had a lot of things to help out with back home. First work day is almost done. Keep at it. I'm rooting for you. I'll do my best. Thank you. Really glad I got to talk with Sui. It's so reassuring to have someone I can speak freely and openly with. Although, if Aria doesn't like me, then I'm going to have to say goodbye to Sui before long. The sudden realization made me feel absolutely hopeless. What will I do next if I get kicked out of here? I'm sure that there were places for me to work out there, but I'll probably never have another chance to work in a place like this. What do I need to do in order to make her feel like she really needs me? The days passed by as I searched for the answer to that question. I tried to get closer to this elusive person, the more distant she felt. I could only muster the will to simply do what I was told. And just like that, a week had already passed. Without feeling like I was getting any closer to my answer, my first July in the residence came to an end. I gotta say, like, the game is definitely kind of slow rolling a lot of the intrigue part of it, isn't it? I guess right now the big intrigue kind of keeping this going is, like, what is up with Aria, right? Why is Aria the way she is? And can we get, like, closer to her to kind of uncover what that is? The Steam page says this game has 33 different endings, and the choices we make do affect the outcomes. But I think for today, that's where I'm going to, because I also have to go on a stream later this evening, I'm going to stop this for here. I'm probably going to play the rest of this one on my own time because I want to see more of it. But I did want to make sure at least the first little bit of it was here on the channel so you could get my first impressions of it. It's I don't know if you've had the chance to see the art direction for this game, but that is definitely part of what made it appeal to me in the first place, was a lot of the key art. That looked very, very overwhelming and surreal. I'm interested to see where this goes, but it's really hard to determine just from the get-go what we're expecting here. The moment, though, where Aria was bleeding and or bled or something, and then it slashed off her sheets, cut them up. That's about and then the scene between her and her father with like swords and chemicals. I don't know what any of that is about, but that's definitely the intrigue holding this together right now. Anyway, I'm going to be on Sasquatchulus' stream later tonight at 8 p.m. EST if you want to see us play some fun edutainment games. Other than that, Two Queers Play will be back tomorrow with more Misericord. Thanks for popping in, everyone.